Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Sri Sai Nadhaya Namaha, Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Today we are going to talk about Sri Saisatcharita chapter 7. We've been learning about Saisatcharita for the last few weeks. And in the 7th chapter, Hemad Pant talks about how Baba what is the wonderful incarnation of Baba, what was the behavior and how he conducted himself in Shirdi, and his excellent or like unimaginable yogic practices and his all pervasiveness and his mercy. And how he let Bhagoji, a leper, do service to him, and then curing some of the illnesses of his devotees. And at the same time, letting Nana, when he was about to go to Pandharipur, and how he blessed Nana at that time. So these are the main items or incidents that Hemad Pant talked about in the 7th chapter of Sri Saisatcharita. Sai is Paramatma and he is everywhere, and he is our Paramaguru. Paramaguru means, a guru is a regular routine guru who can teach and who can give the blessings and all that. Whereas a Paramaguru is of a superior quality, avaduta also. So they always stay in Atmasthiti. Those are only people who are called Paramagurus. He knows what is in our minds, and he also knows what kind of karmas we did in the past lives, and what kind of sins we committed in the past lives, and how to get rid of them, or like how to neutralize them. Based on that also, he helped his devotees. In this way, Sai became part of our lives, and he's been with us through the difficult times. And he will keep us on the track, not only in the good times, but during the bad times also, so that we do not lose the sight of reality. And we learn so many religions that exist in this world. And then even in the same religion, there are different factions, different sampradayas. And it's very confusing which religion to follow, which sampradaya, even in each religion, to follow. But Supreme God does not belong to one religion. If we say that God belongs to one religion, then how can this Supreme Energy be called God? Then we are putting limitations on God. When you are in self-realized state, that is Atmasthiti, there is no Sarira Bhavana. That means you're not aware of existing in this body. You are beyond this body and mind. So that is the fundamental truth that these Paramagurus go through. They live that truth. So why we have to argue about religions and different faiths? The discussion that whether Baba is a Muslim, Hindu, Guru or God is not even essential if we understand the purpose of incarnation of Paramatma. Lord Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that God comes in the form of great gurus. This very truth was given to us by Hemad Pant in the chapter 7. This is the very reason why we chant in Sai Stotram Sama Sarvamata Sammataya Namaha. Om Sri Sama Sarvamata Sammataya Namaha. Like that, that means all the religions are same to him. Baba always used to recite God's name by saying Allah Malik, and used to keep Dhuni lighted all the time. That is like a Nitya Agnihotra. So Nitya Agnihotra is like a Hindu custom, and living in a masjid is like a Muslim custom. Like that, the way he lived, it didn't matter really whether you belong to Muslim religion or Hindu religion. Sai never had preference towards one religion or one faith. Only thing he believed is in Supreme God and to follow the path of Guru. Sai, through Tatya Patil, renovated so many temples in Shirdi. And he encouraged Tatya Patil to complete all these projects. And he lived very ordinary life and taught us how to live also when we are treading the path of spirituality. Whatever people gave in the form of money, that is dakshina, he used to distribute this to the poor and the people around him. And he used to buy little things which were useful for Dhuni also. By the end of the day, he's always left with nothing. Whoever came to him, he granted their wishes according to their eligibility and based on their past karmas. Baba always stayed in blissful state, and sometimes he had no feeling of the body. That is, he was beyond Sarira Bhavana. There was no question of ego there. He used to sit near Dhuni for hours in the Samadhi state. He also gave some natural remedies to some illnesses. He was the epitome of the science of yoga. And people say that he practiced this yoga since his childhood. And usually people do some of the yoga prakriyas, but Baba was beyond everybody's capabilities. He used to do a special Dauti prakriya and Khanda Yoga prakriya, where he used to bring out all his intestines and wash them near a well and put them back in. Someone once saw Baba's body in pieces and got scared. This was the Khanda Yoga that Baba was doing. Next day, this Baba was found as usual in Dwarka Mai, and that person was surprised to see that way. He thought somebody murdered Baba and threw body parts all around. And this Khanda Yoga is a unique yoga, and so you kind of make your body into pieces and bring them together later. This is an extraordinary power one can have. If we look at deeply into this, who can perform these kind of unusual and great yoga prakriyas? If you have no sarira bhavana, that means you are not in the body, you are beyond body and mind. When you are beyond body and mind, then only you could do these kind of prakriyas. Even then, you need to reach to the higher states of this Atmasthiti. Otherwise, you won't be able to perform these things. Baba never used his powers unless this was helpful to his devotees. He always used to say that God was behind all this. He used to praise God for everything. And Baba protected all his devotees from any kind of situations. On one hand, he protected his devotees. Not only that, he gave them an opportunity to burn their past karmas by giving them the strength to endure those circumstances. Once in 1910, a day before Diwali, Baba was sitting near the Duni and putting some firewood into the Duni. Suddenly, he keeps his hand in the Duni and leaves it there even though it was burning. Then Shyama and Madhava pulls Baba away from the Duni. Then Baba tells them that he was protecting a child who accidentally fell from the mother's lap and about to burn in a furnace. He could have done this without suffering the burns, but he had to take off those past karmas. Here, he not only was protecting the child, but also providing an opportunity to a Bhagoji who was a leper so that he can serve Baba and take care of Baba's burned hand. He was suffering from leprosy and all his body parts were eroding with the disease. Serving a guru like Baba is a superior thing to do when compared to other sevas that you can perform. Baba did not give any permission to be treated by Dr. Paramanand, who was brought by Nana Chandorkar. In this whole incident, Baba did three things. One, protected the child from the fire. Child's parents' faith was increased in Baba. And the second one was Bhagoji was able to serve Baba so that he can get rid of his sins. Then for Nana and for all of us to understand how karma theory holds in life. Here we can say that Dr. Paramanand's name is also significant. It might indicate Atmasthiti that Baba goes through. He did not use that total bliss situation there. He was like a regular person who took the karma and showed us how to endure these difficult circumstances. He never wanted his body ailments to go away. He went through the course of those ailments. The burnt hand is not an issue given his yogic powers, but he is beyond this body, mind, and intellect. In a similar way, there was another story Hemad Pant talks about, is the Master Kaparde's plague. When Master Kaparde was going through plague, he had some lesions on his body, and then Baba took them by reassuring Kaparde's wife so that they can all be peaceful because she was so worried about her son. So he took those fully developed the lesions onto his body. So in a similar way, whenever he needed to protect his devotees, he did that. He will show his presence in our lives. Once we start believing in Baba, he will protect us from any bad outcomes and also gives his blessings. Nana Chandorkar was working in Nandurbar and he was transferred to Pandharpur. Nana was considered to be blessed to go and live in Pandharpur because it's a holy place. And but Nana's Pandharpur is Shirdi, where Baba is. That's why he wanted to get Baba's blessings before he moves to Pandharpur. Once Nana decided to come to Shirdi, Baba at that time was sitting in Dwarka Mai with Mahalsapati, Appa Shinde and Kashiram and some other devotees and started singing like this. The doors of the Pandharpur are open. I am going to Pandharpur, going, going, going. There I will stay, there I will stay, stay. That is the abode of my master. Like this, Baba was kind of saying these beautiful poem kind of thing. When Nana came to Shirdi, devotees told him Baba was singing about going to Pandharpur. When Nana came and explained them that, then they understood why Baba was doing all this. And Nana, with full of gratitude and devotion, realizing the omniscience of Baba, and he falls on Baba's feet. Then Baba gives him Udi Prasad and gives his blessings to move to Pandharpur. So like that, we also have to remember in our lives that we have to get the Baba's blessings before we do any major things in our lives. Then, with Baba blessings, we will be more successful in our life. Baba knows everything. We just need to trust Him and love Him. We should never forget Him in both pleasures and pains, because He's always with us and He will continue to protect us. That's why He says that, my eye is ever on those who love me. Remembering this sentence, we will conclude today's satsang. Sri Sadguru Sai Nadharpanamastu Subham Bhavatu. Om Sri Sai Ram. Om Sri Sai Nadhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai.